silver has way more room to run, and by the end of this video, I will show you why. But first, we have to get started by laying down the foundation. Here on Wall Street Silver, just saw we have 77.1K in here, which is great. This guy here says, how about that silver price smackdown this morning? Some other people are saying Bullion Bank saw price approaching $28, so they shorted it. And, some people are saying, hey, that's cheaper silver for us. It's time to buy, hand over fiat, in my opinion, so on and so forth. The short is almost neutral at this point, so on and so forth. So if you woke up this morning and saw this, which is essentially an evening star, I believe is what they call it in technical analysis, we essentially had a run up and then a smack down, as you could say. And we are down about 0.10%, just oscillates back and forth, but we're currently at $27.39, and we were approaching $28 today. Now, I don't want you to see this and think, okay, maybe that run up has, we're starting to see it kind of taper down a bit. I also want to direct your attention to some of the fundamentals behind silver's move, because we can easily just get caught into technical analysis and charts without realizing the forest for the trees. So let's take a look at the velocity of M2 and realize that here, what we're seeing is with a velocity of M2, we will have a lot more room to run when it comes to inflation. At this point, since Q3 of 2020, the velocity of currency has been trending back down. And in Q1 of 2021, we've been seeing it continue its downtrend. Now, we should be getting the Q2 velocity of currency, or M2, soon. Now, why is this important? For those of you who are new, one of the best ways to, I shouldn't say best way, but there's something called the GDP deflator, which is great to measure domestic inflation. And what you take is the M2, the monetary supply, and you multiply it by the velocity of that money supply. And as we know, the amount of M2 has been increasing, but unfortunately, we've been seeing this dip here. And honestly, this dip has been happening for about, the last 20 years or so. And it's pretty crazy. Let's try to give you a better visual of that. But pretty much for the last 20 years or so, we've been seeing this just dramatic dip here. And basically in 2020, it just fell off a cliff. Now, again, we're slightly trending down here. But once we get back, and I do expect us to get back somewhat as the country continues to reopen, by the end of this year, I can just only imagine that with people going back to work, more jobs hopefully coming back, we will start to see this guy trend up a little bit more. And we don't need that much, honestly, to set that spark on, or set that kindling on fire. The kindling being the money stock. So guys, the back end of this year is looking pretty healthy. There's, again, a lot more room to run. Right now, we did see a nice, strong performance for silver and especially gold, as we anticipate likely a nice, a higher CPI reading that we'll be getting this week. But towards the end of the year, expect prices to continue rising higher. So guys, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Thanks again for watching. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe if you're new. It's Black Bullion for goldandsilvertoday.com.